We are spending more money than we're taking in New York City. And we are proposing currently to drain our reserve funds to cover that. And this was a red flag to Moody's. That's why they spoke out. Is it premature? Look, we have a structural problem. And even a one-shot assistance from Albany in the next few weeks, while would be welcome, actually, I'm fighting for this, does not address the underlying challenge. For that, we're going to have to do real work on the budget to find efficiencies and savings and perhaps new sources of revenue in the coming weeks. That's our task between now and June.
And so, and to be clear, it's not an academic exercise when Moody's says we don't like what we're seeing here, right? I mean, if they were to actually change the rating, it would actually cost us more when we have debt sales like the one that's going to happen next week.
Yeah, we borrow money in order to renovate parks and build schools and maintain our infrastructure. And how much we pay in interest on that depends on what our rating is. It's kind of like your personal credit history. And we right now have a good rating from all our agencies. But if that changes, there's a real cost. And we don't want that to happen. It did not happen yesterday. But what we got is a warning from Moody's that they are concerned.
Well, but here's what I don't understand. Why give us this warning now? This administration and your tenure as city controller is 70 days old. No major programs have changed. No major budget facts have changed since the last administration. Why are they warning us now?
These problems have been building for years, Errol, and credit to the current mayor for putting it all out there and really admitting that we are spending more than we're bringing in. He embraced the fact that we have a budget gap, and that took courage. I commend him for that. But now we have a problem to solve. And in the current proposal that the mayor has put on the table, it in part relies on one-shot measures like draining our reserve funds. And I think that is generally a red flag to credit rating agencies because it implies there's a structural problem. We're talking about draining the reserve funds at a time when the economy is growing and our revenue is growing, and that is not good fiscal practice. A rainy day fund exists to support you if you have a recession or some kind of shock, God forbid, a pandemic, et cetera. That's not our current conditions, and if we have to use those measures now, well, you can see why the rating agencies would be worried.